Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. In this video, I'm going to reveal the simple method to making $100 a day leverage trading the cryptocurrency market. Now, for those of you that aren't aware, you may be thinking $100 a day, is that it? Well, $100 a day is $2,800 per month. Now, of course, using this strategy, you can easily 10x that, 100x that or more. It depends on your own personal circumstance. Now, before I get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, click the bell notification icon so you can stay up to date with all my recent videos. Remember, guys, nothing that you see in this video is financial advice. So always make sure to do your own independent research. And with that being said, pause the video, click the link in my description, and join the Telegram group so you can stay up to date with all my recent updates, news updates, technical updates, and much, much more. Now, we're going to get straight into it. So, leverage trading, day trading. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, myself and my team have over 20 years experience trading the commodities market, stock market, foreign exchange market, right? So all we're doing is transferring our skills into this new market. Now, fortunately, we've been in the cryptocurrency market for a few years now, quite a long time, so we also understand the rhythm of the cryptocurrency market, which gives us an edge in the actual market. Now, the first thing that we want to do to start off with is we want to identify the trend, right? So whenever we're looking for a trade position, and I'll give you an example here, we're going to start off with example one. Again, these are live positions you can see. So the first thing we want to do is identify the trend, right? Remember, the trend is your friend until it ends. Now, at this point here, right, you can see pretty much since the start of the year, we've been in a bullish trend. The trend has been bullish. We saw price go up, go down, go up, massive decline. Then we went up again, small retracement. And then as you can see, we topped out at 31,000. We sold off. And as you can see, we saw a deep pullback similar to what we saw in February. Now, we had a choice to make here. The question is, are we going to see a reversal at this area? So are we going to see Bitcoin, for example, sell off and go further? So should we be looking for short positions, or should we be looking for long positions, expecting the market to continue to the upside? Now, there's a few confirmations that we had. Number one, we had our trend line drawn out, right? And the trend line starts from 29th of December 2022. You can see we hit this trend line again on the 11th of March, and then again on in June the 15th. This is where we predicted a reversal, right? So as you can see, we're using the technical analysis, not only the fundamentals, to predict where price could potentially go. Now, that wasn't the only confluence, right? Because we're also at, and again, don't worry if some of this stuff is a bit too technical for you, but we're also at a key area of support as well. So here you can see where price, this is a potential resistance area here. Obviously, it's not confirmed because this is the first rejection at this area, but it was safe to say that this, if we were looking for a support, it would be at around $25,000, right? And we did hit that support and we hit the trend line. So this essentially for us was in the business called a sniper entry. So this is where we want to look for our long positions, right? 2 seconds. So this is where you want to look for your long positions. And as you can see, this would be a very low risk trade. So we could put our stop loss just below this resistance area here, right? Just below this resistance area and our, support area. And our take profit would be at around 30,000, right? So we would be risking on this trade. Let me just show you what the risk would look like. And obviously we did this from a spot perspective, right? So this would be a spot trade, right? Back when we gave the prediction, right? Because we didn't actually launch our leverage trading group just yet, right? We'll talk about our leverage trading group shortly. So let's just say entry at 25,000, stop loss about 24,000, right? 24,000, so 3.8% risk. And the take profit area would be to 20%, so about 30,500. So that's a 21%. So let's just look at the risk to reward there. We're looking to risk basically 4% to gain 20%. Now that is a great risk to reward trade, and that trade alone would have made you well over $100 depending on your margin size. So you could have potentially made that $2,800 in this one trade position. So remember, the $100 a day is simply an average, right? It's just an average. This trade alone could definitely hit that 2,800 target. And that would have been one of the greatest risk to reward plays so far for the year, especially if you took one there. But let's continue. So now, bringing you closer to where we currently are now, and we'll talk about some existing positions that we currently have. So once we've identified the trend and a few technical tools match up, then obviously we could take our positions, make sure the risk to reward is good, and we can set the trade and let it play out. So that's the first example. Identify the trend. Now, where we currently are now, it's safe to say we are still in a bullish trend. Now, we have seen obviously a pullback, right? So, and in fact, let me just zoom in so you can see this, right? So I'll zoom in. So as you can see, we've identified a key range here, and price essentially since the end of June has been ranging between 31,000 and 29,000. Although, yeah, to 29,000, I would say 30,000, but we have seen price go lower. 29,500, its lowest point so far for the year, right? But now we expect Bitcoin in particular to respect this range. So we're expecting now Bitcoin to at least head back up to 31,000 again, or maybe even, maybe even breaking the resistance area. But remember, if we're looking for a leverage trade position, then we don't want it to be, too outlandish. Why? Because we're looking obviously to take profit in the short term. So here would be a trade example again from this morning. As you can see, this trade is actually in profit already, right? So take profit at 31,621. Now here's the incredible part of leverage trading, right? So although yes, the mindset is set and forget, but once this trade, let's say, goes up to, let's say, 30,700, right? Then we can move our trade to break even, which means even if the price does reverse, it will take us out of zero. We won't lose any capital, right? So if for whatever reason, if it hit 30,700 and then it were to reverse and maybe go past our entry point, which is 30,000, then it would take us out the trade and we would make no loss. So if it were to crash further, it wouldn't affect us. So there's many different strategies you can use to trail your trade, etc. But the first thing you want to do, as I mentioned, is identify trends, identify a range, and then obviously take that trade position, right? So this is the first one. We're going to see how this plays out. We do have two trade positions running currently, actually, two other trade positions running currently available in our leverage trading group. So if you want to join us, we just launched that group yesterday. So if you want to join us for our new leverage trading group, sign up using the link in my description. You'll also get our entry price. So this will be a fixed price for you for joining us early, very cheap, very affordable for all. And remember, if we're averaging $100 a day, if you're averaging $100 a day, then of course the risk to reward for you makes sense. So sign up now using the link in my description. Also join Crypto Crew Premium as well, because I believe there's 5 hours left. But if you join Crypto Crew Premium, you'll actually not only will receive access to our crypto portfolio, some of the 100x gems we're buying, 1000x gems, spot trade positions, but that will also give you free access to the leverage trading group, as long as you're in that group. So it makes sense to join Crypto Crew Premium, get free access to both to the leverage trading group, and obviously you could catch those trades right this second, right? So far, the first thing that we've identified is we need to spot the trend. Remember, the trend is your friend until the end. So what does that mean? That means, although many people, there will be some traders that are selling at this area. Again, it depends on their strategy. It depends on what they're planning to do, right? But if you're new to leverage trading, or maybe you're not that experienced, I would keep it simple, right? Because the reward favors those following the trend, right? So for example, there may be a more experienced trader out there. They may have a short position on. They may have a short position on from 30,000, right? So expecting price to reject this range, right? Which would be a good short position. So they expect price to reject this range, the top of this range. So then they sell at 31,000. And of course, their stop loss or their take profit should really be, it should have been hit already, right? Because it should be at the bottom of the range. But let's say for whatever reason, they're betting on Bitcoin going down to maybe 28,000, 27,000 again. Well, at this point, they would have moved their trade to break even. So they would have zero risk on. Or if they did keep their risk, it would be maybe at 32,000. So the risk versus reward is still very, very good, right? But a more inexperienced trader would sell at this area in the middle of the range. Now, if you're familiar with technical analysis, if you're familiar with day trading and you never trade in the middle of the range. We call it no man's land. That's where you do not want to be trading. You want to be buying at resistance and selling at support, or buying at higher highs and selling at lower lows, right? But we're going to keep this simple. Remember, we're going to keep this very simple. So to conclude this video, the first tip is follow the trend. If you take anything from this video, the thing you need to take away is the trend is your friend until the trend is your friend until it ends. The main reason why you're losing money is because you cannot pick a direction in which you want to sell or buy, right? You're hearing the news. Okay, this news is coming out that's supposedly going to bring Bitcoin down, so therefore I'm going to sell, ignoring the charts in front of you. Or maybe you're following people online and they're saying that they're going to short, so then you change from buys to sells. Or maybe you see a bit of sensitivity and maybe price goes down and then you sell, and as soon as you start selling, price goes up. Does that sound like you? I know we've all been there. So this is common mistakes people make. So the best thing you want to do is stick to the trend. If the overall trend is up, look for retracements at good areas and obviously capture those buy positions. And obviously, if you're more advanced or if you're going to join our group, we obviously will be taking advantage of short positions at these key areas of resistance, etc. We're buying at higher highs, etc., etc., etc. But rule number one, this is just part 2 of my leverage trading crypto diary. So welcome aboard. You're watching the first ever video. But part 1 is follow the trend. The trend is your friend until it ends. And just with that strategy alone, you could make up to, minimum $100 a day. But if you want to learn about this more in depth, right, and of course we've made it very simple, there's obviously a lot more to it, but if you want to learn more in depth, you can actually sign up to one of our one-to-one master the art of technical analysis cryptocurrency classes, right? Just go to the website and check that out on crypto classes. Again, if you want to join our leverage trading group and you want to catch our first ever trades that are already doing well and in profit, again, sign up to Crypto Group Premium, because that will give you free access now. But remember, the journey starts now. Who's going to join us for this $100 a day cryptocurrency day trading challenge? I'll see you all in Crypto Group Premium. I'll see you all in the leverage trading group. Until next update, seize the day.